What's up, everybody? Brace yourself, it's gonna be a long one today. Today we're gonna talk about what monster you should 6-star next, which is an extremely complicated answer. So I'm going to give you an extremely complicated, it's an extremely complicated question, which means that there's an extremely complicated answer as to where you are in the game, what you need to be working on, etc., etc. And I get this question all the time. I've seen it hundreds of times. I used to, a long time ago, actually answer it. Now it's like, there's so many, it would literally take me a week of just sitting at my computer and answering the same question over and over and over again. So I figured I would make a video. Hopefully I can get to everyone with this video, and because I mean I can't type out 10 minutes to 20,000 people. It's just there's no time for it. So I hope this video is beneficial and helps everyone and is super lovely. And here we go. Sit tight, it's gonna be a long one. It really is. Okay, who should you 6-star next? Well, your first order of business, if you don't already have a farmer, is you need a farmer. You need a strong attack monster with multiple AoEs that is going to be able to destroy all of these different scenario levels that you're going to need to farm to make other 6-stars faster. So who are some good farmers? I think the first farmer that I had was... where is he? Soth. So Soth, I still think he's a good monster. I don't use him as much now because I have so much other stuff, but I still think he's a good monster. He's got 2 AoEs, which means you could do Fatal Blade, Rage Blade, you can do Despair since he's got the 2 AoEs too. And then he's got the Grim Scythe. I think Despair is even the best for him. Also, he has the leader skill. I mean, they're all good for him, but Despair is actually going to help you out in TOA too if you want to use this guy. He's a good farmer. He's also very easy to get. That was my first farmer that I had. Who else did I have? Who's some other good ones? No, not Granite. My second farmer, which is an even better farmer, would have to be Lucien. So Lucien is the one, as soon as I got Lucien, 6-starred Lucien, he was my farmer. He was the man that I used for farming all the time, non-stop. Why is he great? 2 AoEs, there we go. And you can use him in a lot of other places too. But he's going to be the fastest farmer. He's got this ignored defense. He's going to be probably the fastest. Actually, he's not going to be the fastest farmer. He's going to be one of the fastest farmers. There's also monsters like, if you get lucky enough, Tishar is an amazing farmer as well. He's better than Lucien actually because he has this Tempest attacks all enemies. He's got a higher base attack too. Attacks all enemies with a Violent Storm, instantly reusable if an enemy dies. So he's going to just be able to keep using that over and over and over and over again. So, probably the most efficient farmer. I don't have him, but I've heard that he's the most efficient farmer in the game. And I've used some of my friends' Tishars, and he's ridiculous. He does a tremendous amount of damage. He's very dangerous. I've seen there's a video on YouTube. There's someone has 4 Tishars. They were doing a secret dungeon with 4 Tishars. I was like, oh my god! First off, how did you get 4 Tishars? What kind of Comtuos D did you have to S to do so good in that SD? But actually, also in the some of the old monsters, some of the old natural 5-stars, since the drop rates were higher for mystical scrolls, plus there was less 5-star monsters you could get, more people have them, like of course the Phoenix, the Dragons, the Valkyrias, stuff like that, the Archangels, since they were monsters that were there towards the beginning. So there's gonna be more of those floating around. But yeah, farmers should be your number one monster that you should work on first if you don't already have it, right? And that's more for like low level players that are like in like their 20s, 25s, 30s, and stuff like that. They're like, who should I 6-star first? Farming monster, because you're going to be able to make more 6-stars after that. Okay, so who's next on the list? Who's next on the list? Probably you're going to want to do, if you get a 5-star, you're probably going to want to 6 them first. Why? They're stronger in general. They're usually going to be better for multiple different areas in the game. So just all around, they're going to be a better monster than most 4 and 3 stars. So I would suggest 6-starring them next, after your farming monster. The exceptions are things like Katarina, which really are good for arena and not good for giants and dragons and stuff like that. So there's some exceptions to the rule, but there's gonna be, you know, that's most of the time you're gonna want to do your natural 5 stars first after the other ones. Plus, another benefit to doing that is if you don't have very good, like very strong friends with good reps and stuff like that, then you can set a natural 5 as your rep if you 6-star and awaken it, and you'll generally get stronger friends. They'll want to add you if you have a good rep monster. You can be like, add me, I have a 6-star. I mean, I'm sure you guys see that too in chat. Add me, I have a 6-star, blah blah blah. Add me, I have a 6-star Wind Chimera, whatever. So yeah, that's another good reason you want to do 5 stars as your as 6 stars pretty quickly. Okay, multi-purpose monsters. Let's go over some multi-purpose monsters. Multi-purpose monsters are monsters that are going to be good for giants, dragons, TOA, and arena. So monsters like, let's see, who's a good multi-purpose monster that I love, that I wish I 6-starred her sooner. Where is she? Bella. Okay, Bella's a horrible farming monster. It's going to take you forever to farm things. She can do it, but it's going to take you like an hour and a half. I'm exaggerating, but she's going to take a long time to farm anything, right? But she's a really good support monster. You got a team, you got a weakened defense, which is good against, it's good against some stuff. You have a seize, which can remove all beneficial effects from the target, so things like buffs in giants and dragons. She's going to be good for both giants and dragons. She's going to be good at any giants and dragons level, because she's not going to have that that weakness, that element weakness. And then she's got the mobilize, fills the attack bar of all allies by 30% and recovers their HP by 30. Great, it's a great tempo booster, and it's also a great heal too. Also, Bella's going to be very, very easy to upgrade her skills, because you get the wind Inugami, you get the fire Inugami, you get the water Inugami, all from scenario drops. So she's gonna be a good multi-purpose monster. I think I should have probably done her sooner. Who is another multi-purpose monster that I did do pretty quickly, and I'm very glad I did? That would be, where is this hoe? Chloe. Oh, delicious, delicious Chloe. So she's got her shield, invincibility, immunity, and she has a healed. She can also you can take her into things that since she's usually ruined with high hit points, you can take her into things with where she has elemental disadvantage, and she's still gonna do really well for you. So like you can take her into dragons and giants, and she's gonna do fantastic. So Chloe's another good monster that you should do pretty soon. There's different monsters like that. Monsters that you just have to say, okay, can I use this in TOA? And then you get brownie points for that. Can I use this in giants? You get brownie points for that. Can I use this in dragons? You get brownie points for that. Can I use this in arena? You get brownie points for that. The more questions, the more times you can answer those questions and say, hey, oh my god, this is a great monster in all these places, the sooner you should 6-star them. I was looking at the Ariel a second ago. So yeah, Ariel's another great monster. Dragons B10, Giants B10. You could use her in TOA, in arena, everywhere. I mean, not many people have Ariel, but and she also makes a great rep, and she's a 5-star. She gets all these brownie points everywhere. So heals and heals and heals for days, removing beneficial effects, and a leader skill. It works everywhere. Also, you get brownie points for if your leader skill works a lot of places. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, let's take a look at some other decent farming monsters. This guy, Malaka, he's a good farming monster. He can do Famine, so that's nice. Who else is good? Lure, actually, he can do at 5 stars, at awakened 5 stars with semi decent runes. Not really great runes though. I was using him on a friend's account, and he can do Tomorrow North Hell. He can solo that. So he's a good if you have Despair on him, he's a good monster to do 6-star even too. I'm surprised I didn't 6-star him sooner. So those are some good monsters. Let's see, do we see any more wind? We already went over the wind, right? Oh, another good monster for all around is going to be a Sasis. You can put her in arena defense. You can even sometimes put her in arena offense if you want. She's going to be good for... she's really good to 6-star earlier rather than later because she has this force field, creates a shield that absorbs the inflicted damage proportionate to your level for all allies for 3 turns, decreases the chance of being attacked with a critical hit. She's good to 6-star because it's based on her level, so her being a 6-star rather than a 5-star is going to make her shield stronger. She's also really good. She's fantastic at Giant Speed 10. She's got the Twister if you use Despair on her. She's going to be able to stun and take care of all that trash to make it better for you to get to the giant. Plus, she's got these dots, which are lovely as well, which are good against all bosses too. Against all bosses, she's good against the dragons levels too. You can use the Stasis for the dragons levels. Let's see. I wouldn't suggest. I think I went over Katarina already, didn't I? Yeah. I wouldn't suggest you 6-starring her just yet. Even though she's a natural 5, she's not going to be useful in too many places. She's an Arena and Guild Wars monster. The less monsters that you're up against, the better she is. So, because she doesn't have any AoE, she's got the 3rd skill, but it's really like, it's great for Guild Wars. You're only fighting against 3 monsters, so she's going to be really good for that. She's really like, she can farm because she can heal herself, right? And she can give herself immunity. But yeah, she's not going to be a great farmer. She's not going to be very good utility. So so monsters like that. Let's see. We went over multi-purpose monsters. Amon is pretty good. You can use Amon in a few different ways. I don't use him as much as I thought I would, but Amon's a pretty decent monster. Amon is the light bearman. So right there, he's pretty good all around. Ramagos is also something he can do. Ramagos with good runes can do Giant Speed 10 by himself, but it just takes so long. It's not worth it. His value, I mean, he can do anything. It just takes him forever. It really does. It takes him he can do it. It'll just take him a year and a half to do it. I think the music died. The music died. TOA is next. Okay, so there's a couple different things, and some of you guys might be like, oh, TOA instead of Arena. Why are you doing TOA? Why do you prioritize TOA? I think TOA is more important. So I'm thinking crowd control monsters, right? Monsters that can do AoEs, like multiple AoEs, which is also, hey, farmer monsters are going to be good for TOA as well, because they're going to have to fight 5 monsters at a time for all these levels, right? So monsters that have multiple AoEs, also things like where is he? Tyrant should be pretty high on that list, I think too. Tyrant should be one of the monsters that you make 6-star before others. Why? He's got a good leader skill. He's pretty good utility. He's got 2 AoEs, so you can farm with him. He's got the Spirit Throw. He's good for He's okay for dungeons. He's not bad for dungeons. He has more use in the levels getting up to the boss than he does at the actual boss. But he's not bad if you're having trouble getting to the bosses. He's a good monster. He's got 2 AoEs. He's better for TOA though. So again, monsters that have multiple AoEs are going to be really good for TOA. Why do I love? Why do I think it's important to do TOA monsters before Arena? Well, Arena is nice. Arena is going to get you crystals at the end of the week, you know, if you have higher Arena rating. But TOA is going to get you all kinds of great stuff. It's going to get you the mystical scrolls. It's going to get you crystals. It's going to get you Devilmon. It's going to get you very, very nice stuff. So the higher you can go, that's why I love my CC monsters, my crowd control monsters. I love, you know, with the Despair runes. I love, like, my Dark Living Armor is great in TOA. People are like, oh, why do you use Dark Living Armor? I'm like, because in TOA, he's fantastic. The old TOA 99, with the one that was giving a lot of people trouble, with the Leo, the Wind Dragon Knight, and the 2 Spectras and the 2 Vertiheals. It's giving a lot of people trouble. And I was using Tyrant, and I was using Zinc. I was using the Dark Living Armor, and because they don't have Yeah, they don't have defense breaks on them, so really Dark Living Armor is great. It's got the first skill, Stun, which with Despair, it's just like you can guarantee something's getting stunned, and you have 2 AoEs. So stun, 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 they don't get to move. So very nice. As long as I have the advantage, the first move advantage, everything's getting stunned. Zinc is great for was great for that stage, and I still used them. And people are like, oh, Zinc, blah, blah, blah. But I was like, hey man, TOA, really good for TOA. Not good for Arena. Not good for Arena, but good for TOA. And TOA is just going to give you more benefits, like more goodies every month. So you want to make sure you get all those summoning stones on every level. You want to get those crystals, get those mystical scrolls. So TOA monsters, I think, are more important to 6-star first, rather than Arena monsters. Then you have Arena monsters next. So what I think is a pretty good Arena monster is something like... where is he? Where is he? Why am I looking over there? Is Darien. So Darien's got the lovely defense breaks and stuff like that. People actually use Darien for TOA as well. I wouldn't. I think I made him a 6-star a little early. I still use him at 6-star though. I use him. A lot of people use him. He's really good for Arena. I don't think he's as good for TOA, but I know that there are some good players that say, "Oh, I use Darien in TOA," and I'm like, that's not my strategy, but if it works, then that's awesome. Then that is awesome. I love my crowd control. I love all those Despair monsters with all the multiple AoEs, and I just breeze through it. I'm like, ain't nothing but a thing, baby. Ain't nothing but a thing. So yeah, so Arena monsters next. Monsters that are good in Arena. Actually, this guy's good everywhere. But yeah, monsters that you tend to like in Arena for defense. Well, why'd I go back to that? I think are probably pretty good. The last but not least are the support monsters. So I think that there are some monsters that you should not worry about 6-starring anytime soon. So let's go to a couple monsters that I don't think you should prioritize as 6-stars. Let's see, and they are support monsters. So who's a support monster that I don't have 6-starred and I don't plan on 6-starring? Bernard I actually do want a 6-star, but he's usable. Like, you can use him at 5-star for Giants B10. I know a lot of people that love him in TOA, love him in Arena. I use him in Arena attack sometimes, even up to, I can even use him in Guardian level in Arena attack for at 5 stars. He's a support monster. He needs amazing runes. I have great runes on him. He's got like 257 speed, the Bernard that I have. Let's check out. Let's check him out. Let's check Bernie out. Okay, so he's got 257 speed. So very, very speedy. He's still a 5-star. He still works. You can do Dragons B10 with him at 5-star. It's not an issue. It's not an issue. Another monster is Shannon. Shannon I still have at 5-star. She does Giants B10. Did I say Dragons B10 for Bernard? I meant Giants B10. I think some people still use Bernard for Dragons B10 too, which seems crazy to me. But if it works, I'm not going to complain. If it whatever works. But I can use him at 5-star. Shannon I can use at 5-star. Bernard and Shannon both need really good runes. They need really good runes. They need speed. Shannon needs does she need accuracy? Accuracy helps with this, with Decelerate. Yeah, and Spirit Ball. So she's got 2 skills that need accuracy. I think I have too much accuracy on Shannon personally. Same thing with, let's see. I know some people are going to disagree. I showed you guys a Dragons B10 team with Spectra. But he's at 5-star, and he works. He makes it happen. He's going to be better at 6-star, but Bernard, Spectra, Shannon, who else? Megan, bam. Need good runes. Good runes are more important for those monsters, for support monsters, than having it 6-star. Some of the other support, like Tyron is a support monster. I would make him 6-star. He's like a support attacker. I would make him a 6-star first. Chloe's a support monster, but she needs to be 6-starred before that. There's a lot of monsters that are just like, they're there for their speed buffs though, so they need the good runes. You need to make sure that Megan, Bernard, Shannon have good runes, but they don't need to be prioritized for making a 6-star. In my opinion. I know some people, I already know some people that disagree with me. I actually have a lot of people that are my friends that I think are very intelligent and are really good players that disagree with me as well. I just don't think that they're, I'm not saying don't 6-star them, I'm just saying that they're not the priority, right? They need good runes. Good runes is very important. They need high speed. But yeah, but they shouldn't be the first ones that you 6, in my opinion. Because I mean, you can still do Dragons B10 with some 5-star, with some monsters at 5-star. You can still do Giants B10 with some monsters at 5-star as well. They really need those really nice runes, mostly with speed substats too, speed and HP. So yeah. 20 minutes. Oh my goodness, 20 minutes. That's. I thought this was going to be an hour-long video. Holy crap. My God, it's finally over. Oh. It's time to relax and go to the bathroom. And my mouth is all dry because I talked so much in that 20 minutes. What was that, like 10,000 words? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your input below. There's going to be 1,000 people that, well, actually, maybe it's good to, maybe it's good on this video to ask who should I 6-star next. I'm not going to be able to answer all of them. But maybe if other people want to answer each other and stuff like that, if you feel like it, then maybe that's cool. That would, you know, help out your fellow brethren. But yeah, hopefully this gave some people some good input. Hopefully this helped. I'm done talking now. So anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and as always, I will see all of you in the next video.